I'm going to town today. And this is the first time I'm driving my own boat since I was hit. The last time I drove one of my boats, I drove my little boat. Someone crashed into me. The worst part was like, I was like screaming and yelling, look out! Like there was nothing I could do to get out of the way. Total helplessness. Ugh, horrible feeling. Anyway. Of course, that's what my brain is thinking about on the way here, which makes me kind of queasy. But I gotta go, right? You know. After I make a few trips to town, I'll get used to it again. It'll be fine. But like even besides that, just going into civilization in general, I don't like. Because you know, I feel like our civilization is kind of self-destructing. Okay, you know there was this experiment a while ago, and I totally don't remember the details, but it was like some dudes made a mouse utopia where there was you know, they put a whole bunch of mice in this civilization that was like perfect. It was like heaven. They had... See, I mean, I'm nervous. There's a boat driving toward me. I do not like it. I do not like it. Now he's driving to the side, clearly seeing me. Anyway, there was this experiment where they put a bunch of mice in like a mouse utopia. It was like heaven for mice, right? And the mice didn't have to work to get food or... Hold on. That was just the police boat going by. I always wave at the police and they're always polite. Occasionally they'll stop and, you know, ask me about my boat. They never give me any hassle or anything. Anyway, but okay, so there's this mouse utopia. The mice have everything. They have all the food they can want, all the water, all the shelter, everything's set up. Oh, it's just like mouse heaven, right? But the mice go insane because this is not how. Oh God, those guys in their waves. These mice go insane. They start like eating each other and sleeping in their own poop or something. I don't remember the details. But full-on self-destruction. These mice literally go insane and destroy themselves and the place and everything. Because that's not how creatures are supposed to live. You know, life gets too easy. It just does not work. And I feel like that's what's happened in our civilization. At some point, you know, in our relatively recent past, life just got too easy with all the industrialized farming and, you know, it's easy to get a house and water and food and life just got too easy. So people started making rules to make it harder. And that does not really work. You know? And just it's like everything is insane. And people in the thing, they don't understand how bad it is. Because when you're in it, when you're doing it and participating in it, it's really easy to just be used to it because you were born into it. And I was born into that crazy system. Sorry, I'm like yelling because right when I sit up at the front of the boat, my propeller, it tips the front of the boat forward and the back up, so my propeller's out of the water a little. So it's anyway. So I was born into the comfortable civilization where all the difficulties are other people. That's what it is. When we don't have difficulties, when we don't have challenges, we start fighting amongst each other. And even when I was a kid, for some reason, I was like, this is wrong. I don't like it. Something is seriously wrong here. And, you know, there are people like that, like me, who just have to get away from it. And then when we get into some kind of natural environment, everything makes sense. Like when I'm on my island and I'm like planting some food and I'm building my house and I'm catching rainwater and I gotta make sure everything works all the time. Like there's stuff to do. People would call it hard work, difficulty, but it's like stuff to do that makes sense. It makes sense. So I wake up in the morning and life makes sense. I have things to do. I have places I can put my hard work that makes sense. And I guess, you know, if I was going to try to explain it to someone who's like living in the city, I would say, like, look around at all the people on their phones. The phones is a perfect example. Like in the city, everyone's like just on their phone all day, right? If you say something to them about it, they're like, what? I'm just on my phone, leave me alone. It's a problem. But put your phone down for a month. Just get rid of it even. Or if you need a phone, get the old phone that just makes phone calls, right? And then just don't have a phone for like a month. And sometime in the first week, you'll be like, oh my God, there's so much going on that's not in my phone. And at some point, you'll look around at all the other people just on their phone all the time, and you'll realize they're insane. You'd be like, oh my God, this is insane. This is so crazy. And I don't mean insane like, you know, a facetious kind of insane where it's like, yeah, I was running the race, I was killing it, yeah, I went insane, man. No, I mean like actually crazy, like insane. Like our civilization is insane, and it's making people more insane. And now we've got people who just live on AI. Have you experienced this one? This one is crazy. Now, if you're just going along with it and gradually getting into it, you might not notice how crazy it is. That people are just letting AI, like ChatGPT tells me to do this, so I'm doing it. Oh, well, ChatGPT said this. Oh, ChatGPT said that. Oh, AI said this and that. So people are just like their brains are completely turned off, and everything is the AI told me to do this. They have it on their phone with them all the time. It's replacing their brains. I do not like going into this thing. So that's where I'm going right now. It's because that's where the lithium grease spray is, and the cheese, and I don't know, I'm gonna go walk around the tool store, see if there's any other stuff I want. And that's also where the people are. Like if I want to meet people and socialize, I gotta go into this mess. People not living in cities need to do a better job of hanging out and meeting with each other. I guess I need to do a better job of that. Alright, I'm gonna go drive my new motor. This is the first like real test. I'm almost halfway to town, like maybe an hour and a half in-ish. Everything's going good. Alright, I'm out of here. Now my motor was feeling a little hot. I mean, it's probably fine. I can still put my hand on it, so it's not that hot. But I have two motors, so I just switched to the other motor. Which means I can come back up to the front of the boat without worrying about the propeller sticking out. This is my favorite spot to drive. I'm up on the roof. I'm gonna drive from up here for a bit. My steering column comes all the way up here so I can still steer. Ah, yeah. Okay, the only thing I'm nervous about is driving through that same area where I got hit. Because there's a lot of traffic there, and I always hated driving through there. It's like the worst part of the trip. And then I get hit going through there. Now I really don't like it. But I want to get some cement today, so I got to go through that part to park in the spot where I can get the cement. So I'm just going to do it. I did actually want to, you know, test my other motor too. Not that it's had any problems, but you know, I haven't used it in a while. Basically, I want to have two motors that can reliably get me to town and back, either one, which means if there's a problem with one, I can still be totally fine, you know? I always like to have a backup motor. The weather said it was going to be sunny today. Not really sunny, but it's nice and calm. And I have plenty of batteries on the boat, so not a problem at all. It's actually really nice out right now. I wouldn't sit up here if it was sunny. Okay, I gotta watch. This is the shallow part. This is the only shallow part on the way to town. be fine right here. But yeah, you can see. I don't have to jump down or anything. Alright, right up here is where I got hit before. There's plenty of space though, it's fine. I mean, there was plenty of space before too. No one's gonna hit me in this boat though. If I was in my little boat, I would go park way over there somewhere. Just nowhere near all this mess of stuff. And supposedly they put up some buoys somewhere that say no wait. You're supposed to go slow. I don't know where they put them though. I hope they put them through here because this is the most dangerous spot. Alright, made it, no problem. Man, there were a lot of boats out there. Like weaving around them. There was too much traffic in this area. Anyway, yeah, I think they need to make more docks on the other side of the island. Alright, it's going pretty well. On my way home. I had a good time in town. Everyone was cool. Didn't run into any dicks. Picked up some tools. Got one of these because my old one died. I had to get some batteries. That company's batteries supposedly fit on this. Oh, when I got this, they gave me an extra free battery too, which was kind of nice. It was one of the smaller ones. Oh great, I opened the thing to show it. Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah, one of the small ones, but still pretty sweet. Wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I got some food and stuff, some cheese and chorizos. Oh, I forgot to get nachos though. Nachos. And I'm running on my straight shaft motor again. Let me see. Yeah, that guy going down there. Because this guy, when I almost got to town, it made sort of, whoa, I just saw lightning up ahead. Pretty sunny skies. Anyway, that motor over there made kind of a ka-chunk sound and then started going not real bad, like it was still running okay, kinda, but it started smelling bad. And I think what happened, which keeps happening with those motors, you know, this one back here, it's from Golden Motor, which is a company in China. So it's got the housing, and attached to the housing are 6 neodymium magnets. I'm really not enjoying the neodymium magnets. I have 2 of those motors, and what keeps happening is those magnets keep coming off. And they need to stay where they are for the motor to work. Because if they come off and stick to the middle part, well that's a problem, because then it's rubbing against the middle part and it hits another magnet, blah, blah, blah. But even if it just comes off and shifts, it starts rubbing against the spinny part, causing all this friction and blah, blah, blah. And I'm pretty sure, just based on the sound, it's happened several times before, I'm pretty sure one of those magnets came loose. And up until now, none of the ones I've re-glued have come loose. Like I'll re-glue them down with epoxy. They seem to be alright. So hopefully that keeps happening. But this kind of motor, this is made by Leeson. I really like these motors. Like they're super simple. I've taken that one apart several times. That's the one that went underwater when my boat got hit. So I totally took it apart, cleaned it out and everything. Such a simple design, and it works, and it uses ceramic magnets, and because the ceramic magnets aren't as strong, they have to be bigger. But okay, whatever, I don't care if the magnets are bigger, if it's going to give me more reliability and they're not going to fall apart. See, the problem with the neodymium magnets is the magnet itself isn't strong, like it's not made out of a durable material. So when you glue it to something, even if the glue is still working, the surface of the magnet can rip off, and then the magnet comes loose, right? Now, anyway, I'm running on the straight shaft motor. The new propeller I made, working amazingly well. Oh, and the whole time I'm going home right now, I've been running just on solar power, no batteries or anything. And I've been running pretty good speed. It's pretty sunny out. I don't know if there's a little bit of clouds, but it's mostly sun. And You know, the motor's a little bit slower than it is on the batteries going full power, but not by much. Like, I'm almost going the same speed I'd be going full speed anyway, and my batteries get to charge this whole time, which is great. Because the way I have it set up, you know, I can tell 4 solar panels to run the motor and 2 solar panels to charge the battery. So that's what I'm doing right now. Anyway, everything's going great. I got like another hour to get home. Oh yeah, and I picked up cement. Here's a bag of cement. Here's another bag back here. I put 2 bags toward the back of the boat to level it out. The other 4 are, you know, down there up in the front. Well, my island is in sight. My feet are up. And this motor's been going the whole time. You know, it's kind of hot, but yeah, it's not burning me or anything. So yeah, looks like this motor's doing great. Oh yeah, my feet are up, not pedaling, because I cut the bottom of my foot the other day, just stepping on something, and it does not feel good on the pedals. Yeah, it'll heal pretty soon though. It should be fine in a couple days. You know, it's funny, my island still looks almost exactly the same as when I got it, from the outside. I mean, you go in and there's all kinds of stuff going on, but from out here, I mean, that's the way I wanted it to be, you know? Ah, it's such a nice day out. Ah, I love this place. Ah, look at that. Alright, let's go park. I didn't turn in time to get to my entrance, so I was paying attention to the camera. Alright, let me just do a little 2-point. There we go, that's better. Here's the rock pile I'm always coming to get stuff from. I'm gonna have to top that up soon. And there's still a fair amount there. Oh yeah, actually there's kind of a lot there. Yeah, I'm good. Alright, let's drive the boat, Jaimie. Come on, that way, that way. I got back at 4, plenty of time to still charge some batteries. The sun's still blasting out there. And I left at 7, got back at 4, that's 9 hours? Yeah. I was probably in town for 2, maybe a little, I don't know, somewhere around 2 hours. So it's probably 7 hours travel time, which is pretty good. 3.5 hours each way. It's a little bit slower than I'd want, but most of the way back I was driving just on solar panels, no batteries. I probably drove the last hour home on the batteries just because I wanted to speed up a bit. But yeah, that's totally good time going on. Oh yeah, spectacular, excellent.